Hey everybody, this is John Botel, and thanks for joining me today. I have a very, very special guest on with me today, who's going to talk to you about, you know me, you know all my backgrounds in eCom, and I love it when I see progression in the eCom market because it gets me excited. Because things sometimes get stale, particularly in eCom, and it takes technology to then move it on to the next step. So I'm really, really delighted that we've got Sean Donahoe on the line with us. He needs no introduction. The man's a legend anyway. So he doesn't need to talk about his backstory because you all probably heard it 1,000 times before. But we're really, really excited because he's got his brand new product coming out called Sellosity. And he's here to tell us all about it.
Hey, how you doing, John?
I'm very well, mate. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Okay, so what do you want to know, my friend?
Well, first of all, tell us Sellosity. Obviously, it's an eCom product. I've already told them that. But what's the need? What pain point does it solve? What's the problem in the market that Sellosity covers that nobody else does?
Well, a lot of the eCom guys out there right now, I see so many people out there, and you've seen this yourself. You've done $90 million in sales in e-commerce, and there's everyone's suddenly an overnight eCom expert. And it cracks me up because it's like, okay, they've set up a store, sold a few products, suddenly they're, we've crowned ourselves eCom ninjas and you should listen to us. And I've sat here, you and I are old school soldiers in the eCom world. I've been in this space for as long as I can remember. I mean, we launched our big, we had the second largest art store online with over 3 million line items, 7 figures a year in sales. We never saw a single product. Didn't have to see it, didn't have to touch it, didn't have to ship it. It was all drop ship. So I see a lot of what's being taught right now is just plain wrong. Mm-hmm. And I see a lot of people who are really kind of getting excited about the e-com world, and no wonder it's a $2.3 trillion industry. And by the end of 2020, it's estimated it's going to be worth $4.1 trillion in global sales. Now that's massive. And there's no other industry out there right now that's having such gigantic growth. So there's a lot of people wanting to jump on board this industry. But I see them hitting so many of the same pitfalls. For example, a lot of the platforms out there have huge monthly fees for just a basic setup. And I'm not going to mention any names, but we all know who we're talking about here. And a lot of the times, if you want to go beyond the basics, well, guess what? You have to buy apps, and then more apps, and then more apps. And suddenly you're paying $500 or more. I know people are paying $1,200 a month before they've even made and sold a single product.
That's a lot of products to sell.
And that's crushing for a lot of new businesses can't do that, so they have to make many, many compromises across the board. And, say, well, maybe when I've made enough sales, I'll get that piece that I really need. And the problem is that you just can't, all these costs mount up, and it really cripples you before you make a single sale. So we decided, okay, you know what, to heck with this. And me being me, I decided, okay, let's build our own platform. Let's build something that has all of this built in so that we don't have to spend hundreds of dollars a month on apps. But we have something that, again, we control, not someone else. We control our own business, our own data. We can do whatever the heck we like with it. We have the flexibility right out of the box to create a killer e-commerce product that everyone can use, and again, make it simple, make it fast, make it flexible, and that's pretty much what we did. Another problem that I saw out there was that we do something called focused funnels. Now, when I was speaking at your event in Vegas, we were talking about that extensively. And a focused funnel, guys, is where you have a free plus shipping offer, and then you're integrating one-click upsells, one-click downsells, and what have you, and you're creating a very focused offering around one specific product.
It's where I made all my money. It's what I did. It's the way I built my whole eCom thing.
Exactly, and it's not a new model, but there's no platform out there that you can do what we call multi-product commerce, which is your traditional Amazon style, which is you've got a product, you've got catalog style products, hundreds of them. You can add them to a traditional cart, traditional checkout. You get to a traditional thank you page.
Yep.
Great, fantastic. Made millions of dollars doing this. But if you wanted to then do a funnel, well, guess what? You have to buy a whole new suite of software outside of your e-commerce system, and the two shall never talk together because they're on different systems. They're not compatible. And again, if you want to do these two forms, boom, it's massive amounts of money. So I said, that's ridiculous. So again, we built a platform where you can do absolutely both side by side, fully integrated. And here's the beautiful thing. You can take a funnel, for example, I'm doing a free, like a $1 product that I'm getting from AliExpress, imported it into my store, no problem, just a few clicks of a mouse, set up a page, set up an upsell, downsell, and a couple of other things. And here's the thing, once someone's come through that free plus shipping offer, which converts like crazy, we're getting impulse buyers, we're creating them an account, so we've got all their real information, their phone number, their address, their real email, everything all done. We're making money by doing all this lead generation, and then we take them from that funnel into our entire store and all of the other offerings. So even though they came in from a focused funnel, now we're exposing them to our entire store, and we're ready to rock. We're doing amazing things. You can't do that on a lot of other platforms. So, hey, let's do that. And again, we're doing very, very well. I don't sound like I'm blowing my own horn, but we built this platform for us,
of course,
and for what we're doing in e-commerce. And to my mind is, hey, if it works for me, it'll work for you guys.
Exactly. I mean, that's really exciting stuff. The ability to bring somebody in on, as you say, on one of these focus funnels, and then to be able to open them up to a whole catalog of things that are probably going to be in the same niche, around the same thing. You just know that your cross sells and your upsells are going to be so much higher. Your cart value, the lifetime customer value, is going to be so much larger.
Absolutely. And there's so many other things. One thing we really focus on is what we call smart commerce. A lot of e-commerce is done the dumb way. It's the old school way. It's that meandering dinosaur that is, it's one size fits all.
Yep.
And, it's not cool. We're in an age of massive data. We can understand the intents of a customer, what their interests are, what they've purchased, why they've purchased, and then we can create what we call smart commerce campaigns right around that. For example, if John came to my site and he bought, let's just say a fire starter, like one of my camping and survival stores, and he's bought a little fire strike starter. Okay, great. Fire steel, great. I know he's interested in that kind of side of survival rather than camping. Maybe he's wanting to, the zombie apocalypse is coming. So guess what? Okay, I'll show him some other cool stuff. Excuse me. I'll show him some other cool stuff that is closely related and say, hey, John, I see that you grabbed this, but I think this will be something you're interested too. And I can take him into a completely different area of the store, really closely matched to, your particular interests. What's going to happen? My profits are going to go up because you're seeing the stuff that you really want. And I know what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. And that is very, very powerful. And with predictive analytics and all sorts of other cool fancy buzzwords out there, let's just say we know what's going on in our business. We maximize every single dollar in and out and make it super simple.
That's it. It's an awful lot easier to sell something to somebody when you're showing them what they want, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I wish a lot of people would understand that lesson. They do a lot better in business.
Well, it is. It's nobody wants to do a hard sell. Nobody likes being hard sold to. But when somebody suddenly shows you the thing that you've been looking for that solves that problem, it isn't a sale at all. It's literally, oh, take my money, please.
Absolutely.
So this sounds like a massive thing, obviously, Sean. It's no small feat that you've done here. So how long have you been working on this thing?
It seems like forever. The reason being is what starts off as a small idea always grows, and my developers hate me because I was actually speaking with my lead project manager, and he goes, "No, we've got to lock this down. No more. It can come in version 2 or later."
Yep.
Because again, I'm an idea factory. I know what I want. And I always have. I mean, even my wife jokes that my head is like a Rubik's cube, continuously going, because I'm always coming up with new ideas, new angles, and based on what we've done in our own business and different things that we're seeing, different trends that are happening. So the main development of this platform has been going on for the last 2 years.
Wow!
It's hundreds of thousands of dollars in development. and it's a lot of time, testing, and everything else that goes into this until it gets to the point where I'm happy to let other people have it, because I'm my own guinea pig. And again, a lot of guys, you've seen this yourselves, guys. You buy something or you see something being sold, especially in this industry, and you're like, this guy's not using that. He's just thrown that together. He's paid someone on, he paid a coder off a freelancer to build that. Then he's got all these really kind of funky, you can make $100 million by pressing this one button in 5 minutes. And, and it smells, it reeks of BS. That drives me nuts. And when I see a lot of these other overnight eCom experts who disappear just as fast, it makes it, to be quite frank, and if I may use this language...
You can use whatever you like.
Don't say that. I'm Scottish. You'd have to put an R rating at the beginning of this. But no, it really pisses me off. And I see so many people being hurt and smacked around by all these really terrible products and terrible systems that I thought, let's do something about it. And it's funny, a lot of my products have come about, a lot of the launches we've done have come about to solve a big problem where I'm seeing so many people struggling. If I can solve that one problem in a really spectacular way, then I'm changing lives, and they're changing their lives, the lives of their families. They're able to finally create the time and freedom lifestyles that they all dream about and that I dreamed about. I got there. I'm having absolute fun doing whatever I'm doing. I mean, wherever I travel with my laptop, my business is right there. So if I can help other people really achieve that same goal, and by tapping into a $2.3 trillion industry, fantastic.
Absolutely. So I heard you mention something before, and that kind of got me excited, because I know with, as you said, we're dinosaurs really in this industry. We've seen it all. We came through from the very early days of eBay and then through Amazon and all of that kind of stuff. So we've been through that whole scenario where those guys are snaffling away all our data, all our email lists and stuff like that, and you have to try to think of ways around it and all of that kind of stuff. So, but I heard you mention that you're in complete control of your own data. So I'm guessing that you're going to be integrated with all of the big autoresponders. Who are you integrating with?
Well, here's the cool thing. This is a self-hosted platform, and it runs fine on a shared host. Okay, so just want to put that right out there. You control the data, you control everything, and you can integrate this. We're built on a framework, an e-commerce framework that's already out there. It's proven it has 1 million installs. It powers 37% of all online e-commerce stores right now, which is 3 times more than our nearest competitor. And what we've done is we've taken that to the nth level. We've built all of our specific things on top of this to turn what was already a incredibly powerful system, and then we've shornified it. That is actually a term we have in the office and with our team here, is we've shornified it. We've taken it to that next level. We've added all the stuff that we feel it really needs to compete on that. Now, the cool thing is, because it's such a huge platform with a massive community, you can pretty much integrate it with everything. And one thing we're doing as well is, if you have Leads Flow Pro, which is another one of our products, it bolts right into this, and you can integrate everything from Zapier, all the autoresponders, even webinar systems, report systems. So again, there's lots of different things that we build. We build a massive suite of tools, and they all talk to each other. So there's also lots of other plugins, because it's WordPress based. There's lots of other plugins that you can connect to this. Boom. I mean, literally what we give you is an incredible system right from the bat. But you can customize it to do whatever the heck you want, because it's built on this already proven framework, which makes everyone's life that much easier and flexible. And again, you don't have to pay out the nose for it.
It's very exciting stuff, Sean. It really is. Because I've always been a big proponent and not a lot of people were doing this. I'm sure you probably did, but there wasn't a lot of people doing it at the time. But in eCom, once you've got that customer, get them into a membership site, and it doesn't have to be about fulfilling products, but find something that's related to what they bought and try to get them into a membership site so you can feed them content and charge them for that content, because it's all free, effectively free found money. And this sounds like it's a natural fit for being able to do that.
Oh, absolutely. Here's the cool thing. With Sellosity, we're focusing on physical products, but there's nothing stopping you, and we're bringing this out in the near future, where you can do subscription commerce. It's going to have a membership system built into it, so that you can actually take all of this, and if you wanted to create a content or a membership or anything else later on, or like a subscription commerce like Nutraceuticals or something like that, you want to do your own, no problem. It's all flexible. We have some huge plans for this. One thing we do, print on demand. We integrate with Printful and a couple of others fully automatically. It's not in here right now, but I just got a delivery of a whole load of shirts that we used Sellosity to integrate with, and boom, automatic product insertion and order fulfillment. You can import products from AliExpress. So a lot of people love drop shipping. I'm going to say we sell a lot of AliExpress and from China. And to put it bluntly, a metric, insert expletive ton.
Yep.
We also have all sorts of other sources for products that we reveal in the step-by-step training. So anyone can get started with any one of the popular e-commerce models. We make it simple, but one of the things we're doing is we're also coming up with, or in the very near future, having a Chrome app where you can tap into different marketplaces, and with one click of a button, just import all those products, and when you get an order, fulfill them on autopilot as well. So you're not always manually entering any data, copy and paste this. One click of a button, that order is fulfilled for multiple marketplaces. And we're creating a framework. This is going to be coming out in a couple of months in addition, because we've got some big plans for this.
Yeah.
But again, everything that we can think of to streamline this, to make this even more powerful, it's going in. It's just as
you're throwing everything into it. It's and you touched on something just then, Sean, that I didn't think we mentioned, but definitely should do, because certainly I know a lot of my audience are they've tried to dip their toe in the e-com market, but they've done the same thing that most people have, is they've bought in, as you say, to the gurus. They've bought either the training or the app or the particular piece of software that's supposed to help them do the thing, but it's missing that vital component, and that's the actual tools, the training, showing them, do this, do that. You can go here to find this, and that's the component they're missing. And I know that you're including all that in the program as well.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing: you can have. Okay, I'll use the analogy of, imagine that you've just bought a Ferrari and you don't even know how to drive. You get in the car, it's got a stick shift, and you're like cramming it in gears, the engine's revving, at top gear, it's in the red, bang! Everything blows up, there goes your $100,000, car. That's not a cool way to run a business.
Nobody's happy, right?
Exactly. So here's what we do, because we've got the wealth of experience where I've gone around the world teaching smart commerce. I have helped many entrepreneurs create 6- and 7-figure businesses in the e-commerce space. And just to give you a kind of a little background, I've also consulted with some of the largest e-commerce businesses in the world: Walmart, Kroger, Costco, HP. We know what we're doing. Yeah. And again, like John here, we've been in this industry a long number of years. So to my mind, there's no point in me giving you an incredible platform with all this whiz-bang technology that will really help you, create an amazing business if I don't show you step by step how to actually do it. And this is what I see so many people in this space don't do. I mean, even some of the biggest platforms out there give you no training on how to build a bloody business.
No.
It's insane.
They'll show you how to add an image, though. That's it.
Exactly. So what we do is, we show you how to get started, lay the foundations for success, finding the right niches, finding the right products, analyzing the market, demographics. We help you lay the foundation to build your empire on. Then we walk you step by step. The cool thing with this software is you can have your basic store up and running in under 10 minutes. You press a few buttons, you fill in a few pieces of information, and as long as you've got your host and your domain, which we will even show you how to do that, once you've got that set up, you press a button, boom, it deploys your store to your domain, to your host, and you're ready to rock. All you need to do is add branding and add products. We show you how to do all that, different models that you can use with that. And also, one of the cool things that we have, and it's an optional, is we have what we call Sellosity Labs. Now, Sellosity Labs is basically our monthly membership where we do a call every single week talking about different aspects of the e-commerce industry, the how to run your business. We do Q&As. We have what we call action plans, where we will focus on one particular topic. For example, we're running right now a $42,000 paid traffic case study, where we've put in about $10,000 worth of paid traffic, come out with $42,000 worth of sales.
It's nice ROI. Yep.
And a lot of people don't do our particular style, they don't even know our particular style of marketing on Facebook. So we drill it down. We explain this stuff step by step that we're doing in our business and show you how you can do it too. So even though you've got the basics and everything else, you've got your store, you've got products, we'll show you how to take and actually build a full and real e-commerce business. And being part of the Sellosity Labs community helps you with tapping into the entire community, private Facebook group, these weekly calls, these Q&As, and everything else to really help you get there and continuously have that support to make it really happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about having the tools; it's about having the whole thing that allows you to build a business. That's just awesome. So, tell me about. Well, first of all, how much is it? How much is the front end? Then tell me about the funnel and let everybody know what the investment is.
Well, let me tell you first of all how much.
How much it should be.
With the competitors. The reason being is a lot of these competitors, they nickel and dime you with every little thing. For example, one of the leading competitors, they charge you anywhere from $29 to $297 a month. Now, again, most people go for the higher end because they get a break on the payment processor fees.
Yep.
Now, again, they also penalize you if you bring your own payment processor because they charge you a per transaction fee on top of their own exorbitant fees already, and then you have to spend hundreds of dollars a month on different apps to get outside of the basic premium themes. By the time you're done, I sat down and figured it out from a very good friend of mine who's spending a fortune every single month. He's spending over $8,000 a year on his platform before he's made a single dime.
Yep.
To me, that's insane. Now, we could charge something like, $100 or $200 a month because, again, we're more powerful than our competitors in pretty much every single aspect. And you control your data, you run your business your way. You're not penalized for your payment process. You can bring your own payment processor, no problem. We support many of them right out of the gate. And here's the thing, we charge one fee for 1 year, $297. Now, this is during launch week. This is a charter access. It's a discounted fee, but again, what they charge in a month just for the platform before you've done a single add-on or app or anything else, you can have a full years of access of Sellosity. You control your business, and that's it. There's no other hidden fees, no other crazy, to do that you need this app, or to do this you need that app. We don't do that. That's not our business.
Well,
on top of that,
that's really cool from a business standpoint to be able to, particularly if you're new and you're trying to get in here, to know that, okay, I've paid that. That might have been a bit of investment. That was a little bit of pain to start with. But now I don't have to worry about hitting that month to month to month. I don't have to worry about how many I've sold this month to order just to make a profit. You know that, in the first month, if you manage to just cover that cost, for the rest of the year, everything you've got is effectively, cost minus goods is profit from then on.
Absolutely, and that's the important thing to me, because you're not just buying a platform, you're buying a business.
Yep.
You're buying a future. It's not just, I'm paying monthly for this platform. No, you're buying yourself, you're investing in your future success. And that, to me, is a critical distinction between what we do and what other people do as well. Absolutely. Because your success, guys, is my success. If I'm seeing people like you right now thinking, I made a sale. Holy crap, I've made a sale. I've made another sale. Holy crap, and the count is going around, and you're getting there, and you're suddenly feeling that freedom, that breakthrough moment that's held you back all the time. Then it's amazing, and that to me that's gold right there.
Yep.
And that's what I want to do. I want to help as many people as possible really make a difference in their lives and the lives of people around them. Mm-hmm. That's the ripple effect, and cast a few stones, And that's what we're all about. That's why we do what we do and have fun doing it.
Perfect. So that was the front end, $297. Upsells, I'm assuming there will be.
Funny enough, we're keeping it very, very simple. We don't want to, make this. This isn't about one of those crazy. I mean, I saw a launch the other day that in this space that had like 10 upsells. Seriously?
Yeah.
No, we've only got one upsell, and that's it. So you've got the front end, $297, and again, when this launches over, because it's only going to be open. Usually, I keep my launches open continuously. We're only giving away limited number of charter copies. The cart is going to close after 7 days. After that, we're doubling the price. It's going up to $497.
Okay.
And it will only be sold privately via webinar after that point. So I want to kind of put that out there. So we're keeping it simple. After that, if you want to join us with Sellosity Labs, which is the other thing I was mentioning, which is continuous support training, advanced training, Q&A calls, and all sorts of other cool tools and things, $47 a month. That's it.
It's very, very reasonable. And honestly, if I'd have had somebody, because it took me, I think, before I really kind of understood things, and most of the time I felt like I was failing forward, if that makes sense, for about 8 years, and then it suddenly clicked into place. And 8 years of trial and error and slowly making progress. If I'd have had somebody to say, look, this is what's working, just come along with me, I think I'd have paid through the nose.
I had. I mean, if I could flash back in time and then say, you know what, that's what I need. That's the person I needed to follow. I need to listen to that advice. I needed that tool, and it would have got me there that much sooner. My God, this path to progress would have been so much easier. Yeah. But, that's what I'm trying to do now is the way I see and the way I run my business, and you know me, John, and you've seen a lot of the stuff we do. I'm very much a pay it forward. Sure. And that's what we do. What I do in my business, if I can give that to everybody else and say, hey, this is why we're doing this, here you go, it makes a lot more sense and, again, helps a lot more people.
Excellent. Well, I think I've covered just about all the questions. I mean, you can clearly see, and there will be, obviously, I'll get a demo video of everything on the page here as well. But you can clearly see the investment that Sean's made in this. You can clearly see that it is an in-depth, broad platform that is, without doubt, together with the kind of training that comes with it, an incredible opportunity to be able to get in and if you're not in eCom already, to get into it, and number two, if you are in eCom, to actually get away from those high fees and make your life a whole lot easier and sell a lot more products on one easy platform without having 100 different plugins or try to drag things in from different areas.
Absolutely. And I want to put in there one thing. John's going to have a demo video down there. The store you're seeing right there was migrated from another platform that shall remain nameless, because we have the ability to migrate other platforms who shall remain nameless. Sure. Amazon, eBay, you can import products from all sorts of other sources, including AliExpress. So again, even if you are on one of those other platforms, it's not too difficult to bring your stuff across and say, okay, let's rock.
Well, that sounds fabulous. Well, thank you so much, Sean. I really, really appreciate the time. And guys, we'll have a ton of bonuses as usual for you. We're not going to go crazy. We're not going to fill up your hard drive with a lot of junk, but it will be stuff that's going to make make your life a lot easier and certainly make your eCom life a lot more pleasurable. So that'll all be down below. Have a look, check it out. And once again, thank you to Sean Donahoe for spending the time with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean. Thanks.